Allez, salut tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. Salut YouTube, comme d'habitude. Alors, aujourd'hui, on va continuer Slay the Princess. J'ai un frérot qui m'a conseillé, bien évidemment, de sauvegarder, etc. pour vraiment avoir toutes les options de chaque épisode, etc. Alors, j'aimerais le faire. Maintenant, je pense qu'en vidéo, ça pourrait être très chiant. Je pense personnellement, je sais pas ce que vous en pensez, mais je pense que ça pourrait être très chiant de me voir refaire 100 fois, bon comme vous pouvez l'entendre normalement, j'ai lancé le jeu, mais ça pourrait être très chiant de refaire comme ça en vidéo. Par contre, je me dis, là je fais toutes les fins possibles, avec un petit peu à l'instinct on va dire, hein, juste je suis un chemin, mais tout ce qui est autre choix et tout, je le fais moi-même, c'est moi qui l'ai choisi. Donc on va dire un petit peu avec mes propres choix entre guillemets, hein, je suis la bonne route pour atteindre les fins différentes. Et pourquoi pas plus tard, si la chaîne prend, etc. et que ça vous ferait plaisir, pourquoi pas aller chercher le 100% du jeu, pourquoi pas. Hop, faut juste que sur le... hop, sur OBS, faut que je change la cam, sinon vous verrez pas ce que madame dit. Donc voilà un petit peu. Donc je ferai sûrement ça, où on fera toutes les sauvegardes, etc. Mais je pense qu'en vidéo, si je commence à refaire 60 000 fois la même fin, etc., juste pour avoir un petit dialogue qui change et tout, c'est intéressant parce que c'est comme ça que tu en apprends plus sur le jeu, bien évidemment, j'aimerais bien. Mais je pense qu'en vidéo, ça pourrait être un peu redondant, un peu chiant. Donc pourquoi pas en live, comme ça, en même temps, enfin plus tard en live, hein, parce que là la chaîne n'est pas assez grande pour faire des lives, mais pourquoi pas plus tard faire le 100%, comme ça vous serez avec moi, on pourra faire tout ça en direct, donc pourquoi pas, c'est une idée, et puis voilà. Donc aujourd'hui on va se faire la Tanière et la Nature Sauvage, c'est le nom. Attendez, laissez-moi voir, oui, parce que la course aux armements sans issue, on l'avait fait, la revenante, on avait fait pour avoir les épisodes 4, etc. Donc, voilà. Donc nous, on va se faire ça. Je vous mets la transition, on se met directement, bien évidemment, directement sur le jeu. Et on est parti. Donc bien évidemment, là, je refais des nouvelles parties, on s'en tape un peu. Hein, on se prend pas la tête, là. Hein. Comme je vous ai dit, là je repars à chaque fois de base et je vais vers un chemin avec des choix. Et plus tard, je ferai les sauvegardes pour avoir vraiment le 100% du jeu. Donc ouais, c'est bien tout ça, mon cher ami, mon cher ami Jordan. Mais ok, depuis cet épisode-là, alors attendez, laissez-moi l'atteindre parce que j'ai même pas lu en fait. Je lance le truc sans avoir lu quoi que ce soit. Vous devez d'abord vous rendre... D'accord, ok, spécial. Okay. OBS est bien, ouais, ça a l'air plutôt pas mal. Ok, on est pas mal. Tac, comme d'habitude.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Faut que je mette un peu de changer, un peu de baisser. Vous, ça change rien, c'est juste pour moi.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Parce que ça se voit qu'il y a vraiment énormément de fins sur le jeu. Enfin, énormément de fins. Énormément de choix différents. De toute façon, j'ai vu la dernière fois. Ici dans le carré là, que vous voyez, enfin, là il y est pas. Mais le carré qu'il y a d'habitude, là où il y a tous les choix, j'ai vu que j'avais des choix grisés et tout. Donc j'ai bien compris qu'avoir des sauvegardes, changer les choix, il y a les différentes manières, ça pouvait un peu donner de nouvelles options. Mais là, comme je vous ai dit, on fait je vais pas dire le gros du jeu, mais les chemins possibles. Voilà. Et après, pourquoi pas faire le 100%.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ou alors je les ferai dans mon coin. Parce que je suis un salaud. Ok.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Ah ouais, petite question pour ceux qui connaissent bien le jeu. Est-ce que par exemple, l'épisode 1 peut changer? Parce que là, à chaque fois, je refais une nouvelle partie. Mais ça, c'est intéressant aussi. Est-ce que l'épisode 1 peut changer? Ou est-ce que c'est tout le temps le même? Et peu importe qu'on ait des sauvegardes ou pas, est-ce que c'est tout le temps le même? Et c'est juste en fonction des choix qu'après, ça peut changer. Mais est-ce qu'on peut avoir un épisode 1 un peu différent?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
C'est ça, pas dire de conneries.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. Her voice softly
Commence à le connaître maintenant.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of...
Merde, désolé. J'ai l'impression d'avoir déjà eu une autre voix que la sienne là. C'est pour ça que je demande s'il y a déjà eu, si on peut avoir un épisode 1 un peu différent, avec une personnalité de la princesse un peu différente, ou si c'est seulement à l'épisode 2 que ça change.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game.
Ah, ou peut-être juste en venant sans arme ou avec arme, peut-être c'est ça qui change. Comme j'ai dit, moi je suis là pour le moment les guides pour arriver à certaines fins et tout, mais je ne lis pas ce qu'il y a autour du guide. Hein. Parce que le frérot là qui a fait le guide là, il a tout bien expliqué et tout. Moi je suis juste ce qu'il met pour pas me faire spoil rien du tout. Mais je sais que normalement il explique un peu tout le bordel, le 100%, les voix, les succès et tout le bordel, les souvenirs, même pas ce que c'est. Donc ouais, je sais qu'il y a énormément de choses à faire sur le jeu, mais je pense que refaire et refaire juste en vidéo, ça peut vite être lassant.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Je sais pas si elle est consciente de de ses pouvoirs et tout, parce que je sais pas trop pourquoi elle est là, etc. Mais quand elle nous voit, nous, la goule, arriver là, je veux dire, t'es quelqu'un de normal, tu sens que normalement, c'est la fin, quoi.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Bah écoute, on va juste te faire kiffer, ma grande.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Because you... Merde, j'allais le dire en anglais, mais j'ai oublié. Je viens de faire ma séance pec triceps, là, je suis explosé. Hein. Je suis mort. Hein. À chaque fois, je fais ma séance, je me lave et je fais mes vidéos. Bah là, j'ai pris un coup dans la gueule. Hein. Vous vous approchez des chaînes de la princesse accrochées à la paroi et tirez dessus.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Attends, comment ça? Moi, la goule énorme, avec mes griffes de griffon là, que je vois là, je ne peux pas arracher la chaîne, mais elle a réussi. Elle avait réussi, non, à un moment donné, dans un des épisodes 1. Il y a même moyen que ce soit le tout premier épisode de la chaîne que j'ai fait dessus, sur le jeu. Je crois qu'elle avait arraché les chaînes. C'est qui cette meuf?
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Ah bah non, désolé, je me travaille très rarement avec une clé pour
Maybe it's
prisonnier.
somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
va essayer. Et s'il n'y a pas de clé, vous avez une autre idée?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Ah ouais, elle est gore, elle, hein?
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Après, je pense quand t'es... Bah, c'est comme l'autre, là. Je sais qu'il y a un film qui a été fait sur lui. Je sais pas si vous connaissez. Je crois que j'ai jamais vu le film, je suis pas sûr. Mais le mec qui s'est retrouvé dans un canyon, bloqué, il me semble, par le bras, justement. Son bras était bloqué entre des rochers, des cailloux, bref, je sais plus. Et le mec, bon... il a pas eu d'autre choix que... Hein? Non, je t'appelle pas mon chat. Mais bon, vous avez capté, quoi. À un moment donné, quand on a plein le boule, t'y vas, quoi. Faut y aller, quoi. Ouais, moi, je sais pas si j'aurai les burnes. Il y a moyen que je me laisse crever. Hein.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try
Essayez d'ouvrir la porte.
but it's locked from the outside.
Étrange. Hey, laissez-moi sortir.
Pleas are met with silence.
Ok, il
You're
s'en
here
tape.
to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Ça veut dire on me suit en plus? On va descendre des escaliers.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Oui, bah désolé frérot, hein. J'ai autre chose à
Easier
foutre.
for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Ah, les frissons comme d'hab, hein, vous connaissez, hein. Ah, putain. Saloperie.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
Effectivement, je crois que c'est l'heure de... Faut se faire beau gosse là. Hop, on est parti.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Les conséquences ne vont pas vous plaire. Ah. Auxire la
Without
princesse.
hesitation, bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground.
Ça me fait de la peine.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Si, il y a l'autre là avec toutes ses mains.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blades to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
Sympa les griffes, hein. Chaque fois, ça lui fait pousser des pouvoirs ou quoi?
Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Ah. Peut-être fait une erreur dans mes choix là.
Seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Ok, non ça va, j'ai pas fait d'erreur.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you see Princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room.
Oula, qu'est-ce qu'elle va nous faire?
Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Qui t'a enfermé, la putain de ta race?
Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you
And you
die.
die. I'm dying. Episode 2. Chapter 2. The Beast. I'm the Beast. No,
You're
she's
on
the
a
Beast.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Donc là,
And
on
in the
est good.
basement of that cabin is a princess.
Bah...
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
D'accord, ok. On est parti. Quelle voix on va avoir?
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her
Parce qu'à mon avis,
power
les
to stop
voix
you from
aussi
slaying her.
font le dialogue.
Don't believe a word
Et donc
she
il y a tout
says.
ça à explorer aussi, j'imagine. Donc c'est vrai que oui, il y a énormément de choses à faire sur le jeu.
Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Traqué, ok.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Petit ASMR boisson. Ok. J'ai hâte de voir à quoi va ressembler. Oula.
The cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time.
On dirait juste un vieux chalet, ok.
Holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Le seul élément notable de la pièce est une table rongée par les termites sur laquelle est posée une lame immaculée, bien
The
entendu par
blade
jamais
is
du
your
parapluie
implement.
miroir.
You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Ok, on y va. Et le miroir disparaît, ok.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
Bonjour madame.
She sounds almost feral. Impatient. Or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever.
Elle est là. Hein.
Brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness.
Des feuilles vous effleurent de tous les côtés. Les plantes sont partout et semblent être la seule source de vie au beau milieu de cette étrange jungle souterraine.
The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Elle est juste devant.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
Bah, il est mignon lui.
She is certainly not just a princess.
Merci, on est d'accord.
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified.
D'accord.
I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
Sois pas si sûr de toi parce qu'on a déjà fait des dingueries avec ce petit bout.
A shiver
Ce petit bout de
rushes
fer
up
là.
your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move now.
Vous comptez m'attaquer? Pas vrai, je vois clair dans votre jeu.
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous, faces, lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger.
Putain, j'ai pété en même temps.
She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it?
What?
Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
Il me semblait bien qu'il parlait un peu beaucoup pour juste les 3 lignes qu'il y avait. Ok.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be
Je crois que j'ai
no
dû me
respite
gourer, j'ai
for
pas
you
dû
in
faire le bon
sight.
dialogue, c'est pas possible.
The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw...
Putain.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive. Or we could use it to make this...
Oh putain. Si elle a besoin de nous pour s'échapper, on pourrait au moins lui refuser ce plaisir.
That is a bad thing to do.
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
Je lui ai demandé si elle pouvait parler au chalet.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is
Appétissant.
still locked.
Tiens, chais.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
J'ai pas l'impression que je suis parti sur le bon truc là. Trancher la chair à l'aide de la griffe d'acier.
Though you have little room to move, you use what strength you can muster to drive the blade forward into the thick walls of tissue digesting you.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
Creuse, creuse.
The pulling returns to bang as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
Trancher la chair à l'aide de la griffe d'acier.
You slice again,
On y va.
deeper, rooting through her meat with the tip of your blade, until at last it finds her beating heart. But will can never truly exceed the limits of the flesh. Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets.
Ah bah sympa.
What little air remains in this rancid stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul to breathe, and your lungs mercifully give out before you have to suffer another burning, liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Il est bon le narrateur, hein, il met dans l'ambiance, hein, l'enfoiré. Maintenant, là, on va voir si j'ai eu le bon chapitre 3. Ah bah non, pas du tout. J'ai eu l'autre fin qu'on devait faire, donc bon, bah écoutez, ça marche pareil. Hein. Ça marche.
We have no beginning, and we have no end, but something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
D'accord, madame. Excusez-moi.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
Mais ils disent que c'est la princesse, mais on dirait la voix de l'autre là. Et même la Zikmu, hein.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
On s'est fait graille.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Elle va se calmer la poète là ou...
Shut up. The rest of you talk. What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
That's just because she devoured us and we dissolved away. We don't even exist as a body anymore.
On est devenu un arbre.
We're still here though. And if we're safe, isn't that better? She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
Et au bout du rôle, le narrateur.
Understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be.
Non, je le sens pas,
Can't
non.
you feel it?
I guess that's it then. This is us now. We're the woods. Okay.
Cet être qui nous observe, quelle est sa véritable nature? À quoi bon s'entêter à vouloir agir? Cette situation me convient parfaitement. L'oisiveté, ça a du bon parfois. Pourquoi est-ce que vous êtes gentil avec moi? Pourtant, vous êtes un monstre, vous m'avez dévoré. Je sens que le monde extérieur fait pression sur nous. Comment peut-on y remédier? Sommes-nous censés être? Mais maintenant, qu'allons-nous faire? Nous sommes devenus une abomination et je ne le supporte plus. Je possède ma propre personnalité et normalement, vous n'êtes pas censé en faire partie. Et le narrateur, comment je l'arrête? Tiens, je vais lui dire, vous m'avez dévoré, tiens.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
Ah bah ouais,
I can feel a thumping. A heartbeat. Like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Contemplez toute l'étendue de votre terreur, l'enfouir maintenant avant qu'il soit trop tard. Est-ce que je l'arrache ou... Non, on n'est pas bon, là. Je l'arrache.
You can't bury that feeling. You can't hide from your past.
The past doesn't have to exist. Our freedom is within us. We just have to find it.
Je sais même pas si j'ai fait le bon choix. Qu'importe le passé, trouvez votre liberté au plus profond de vous-même, mais le passé ne peut être effacé, je m'en souviens. Ah, va peut-être me faire oublier. Encore?
And just like that, you start to fall apart. I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all.
Après, pour sa défense, on a été des bâtards. Hein. oui, on va te libérer, et puis par derrière...
As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be. I don't like this. It's better for us to be the woods. I don't want to go back.
No, I devoured you. I won. I put things back the way they were supposed to be.
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Ah, jure. C'est une dinguerie.
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I feel empty, don't you?
We're just like her, and she's just like us. We never should have left her. I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live. Do we have to do this?
Ils ont l'air de vouloir la laisser en vie. Si j'ai le choix, je pense, je l'essaye.
Have to. You know you have to.
Ouais, mais le narrateur, il casse les couilles, lui. J'ai jamais vraiment eu l'intention de vous tuer, mais nous ne pouvons pas être indistincts l'un de l'autre. Il fallait que je mette un terme à ce qui nous était arrivé. Trancher ces liens. Trancher ces liens.
Devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming.
Ferme ta gueule.
And that other thing is... We'll just have to wait and find out when it happens. Ignore him. His words only confuse us. Just do it.
Buvez de l'eau.
You're tired, aren't you?
J'adore l'eau. Dans 30 ans, il n'y en aura plus.
No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever.
Oh merde, putain, je suis relou.
Cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here. I think we are happy, actually. We might not be a part of her, but being around her is almost the same.
Elle va peut-être nous faire une dinguerie, hein.
Almost.
Elle est louche, mais je sais pas, hein.
I didn't think you would do that after everything.
Tu nous as bouffé, on a essayé de te canner. On savait pas trop, on est perdu. Bon, voilà.
It's so cold without you.
Elle a pas de bas en fait. Et vous n'avez pas l'occasion de répondre, quelque chose s'est emparé d'elle et une autre a pris sa place.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
S'approcher du miroir.
Don't do this.
De toute façon, il n'y a pas le choix là. Vous approchez du miroir.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. The thing reeks of death. I don't want to look at us.
Les voix se font de plus en plus distantes à mesure que vous approchez du miroir. Contemplez votre reflet. Vous tendez la main dans un silence absolu. Les voix sont parties, mais le miroir est toujours là. Il est temps que vous découvriez ce qui s'y cache. Toujours pareil. Vous trouvez seul dans un espace complètement vide. Il n'y a pas un bruit ici. Avancez vers le chalet. Vous êtes au chalet. L'approchez.
Something fine.
Bon, ça, on commence à connaître. Que fait-on maintenant?
Nothing.
Hop, on me
There
raconte sa
is
vie.
no ex. Bring me.
Bring me more perspective. On m'a demandé la première de provoquer l'apocalypse. Ça aussi, ça doit avoir une importance hein, avec les sauvegardes, j'imagine, peut-être. Peut-être pas, je sais pas. D'accord, faites-moi oublier.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
But you won't.
You won't.
Ok, bon, cette fois, les petits loulous, on va faire une pause et moi je vais essayer d'aller chercher, je vais retourner à l'épisode 2 La Bête pour essayer d'avoir l'autre fin qui s'appelle La Tanière, que je n'ai pas eu, parce qu'à mon avis j'ai fait un mauvais choix. Donc on se retrouve à ce moment-là, j'arrive tout de suite. Ok, on y est, on est à l'épisode 2, comment il s'appelle, La Bête. Et donc, bien évidemment, on va continuer et on va essayer un petit peu d'avoir cette fameuse fin hein, que j'aimerais avoir. Bien évidemment, parce que le but c'est de toutes les avoir. Ouais, c'est ça, il nous restera 2 vidéos après. Hein. Il nous restera 2 vidéos. Ok, bon. Bon. On y va.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Par contre, attendez, là je vais réellement sauvegarder par contre. Oui, tac. Je vais sauvegarder parce que si je me regourre, au moins je peux y revenir. Ce qui est un peu le but du jeu aussi.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Descendre au sol.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make...
Ah! Je suis horrible.
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm.
Je vais lâcher la souris, monsieur.
As if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush.
Ah, des fleurs, ouais, des feuilles, pardon.
The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Elle est juste devant nous, mon pote.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She's certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified.
J'ai pas peur.
I'm so much more
T'as
than
qu'on avait peur ou quoi?
and a little
Ah, pas peur, nous.
splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
C'est ça que j'avais foiré. Faut bouger.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
Ouais, elle a raison. Elle a raison. Elle a raison de ouf.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Arrêtez de jouer à cache-cache. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez?
I want to swallow you whole, and
Ah,
I
ça, on avait
will
compris.
get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope.
Viens,
You
Joe.
live and die by my whims.
On va en finir,
and
Joe.
my-
Don't ask her what she wants.
Merde, elle avait pas
Just
fini.
slay her. Is that all the advice you have? You don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful.
She's just a
She's
princess.
just a princess. Don't overthink it.
C'est vrai que ça ressemble vachement à une princesse là.
Clearly not.
Nous n'avons pas besoin de nous entretuer. Et si je décidais de vous aider, et si on partait ensemble, si vous partiez, si vous pouviez partir sans moi, vous l'auriez déjà fait depuis longtemps, non?
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
Eh ben viens alors!
At least she's upfront about her intentions. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive, if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Attendre son attaque pour répliquer.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to
Allez,
stay alive.
les succès là, venez, venez à moi!
If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten your grip on the blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you. You're sent sprawling and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness. Ha! Look at that! We wounded her. And she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery. You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught. By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor.
Ah, c'est sympa.
The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
You die. Let's go.
You're on a path in the wood. Yeah, we are, and this time we're not.
Ah, lui il veut y aller lui. L'obstiné lui il est à fond la caisse. C'est bon, c'est son.
Winning. You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger? When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you. Great, so you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done. Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out. And how do you intend to do that? We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows. Well, no complaints here.
Ah bah tu m'étonnes.
Now hold on.
Sans
We're not just
déconner.
gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we? He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead. You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do. So, we need a plan. We've already been over the plan. I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan. It's a better plan than you had last time. I don't like this, but I'll try to keep us breathing.
Très dans le chalet, on y va.
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed
On va
rings.
retirer Excalibur.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one. Is no one going to mention the mirror? What are you talking about? There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us.
Pourquoi on nous montre ce
That
miroir?
mirror's blocking our way. Just smash it and be done with it.
Prendre la
Yes,
lame.
take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. One step closer to ending this. You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair. You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves. You reach forward and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement. See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own. You step forward into the darkness.
Ah bah,
If
On va
there were
s'éclater,
once
hein.
stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs. No entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
On n'est pas obligé de se battre, je suis disposé à vous laisser sortir. Ah, il y a les deux phrases, mais il y en a une où on ment. Gardez le silence et descendre les escaliers.
You say nothing,
On va se la faire.
maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement.
Ça se trouve, elle nous a déjà entendus.
The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw
Putain.
threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed. It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
Avancer dans l'obscurité et essayer de la tirer. Avancer dans l'obscurité et se tenir prêt à en découdre. Je vais garder ce truc-là où je parle pas. Avancer dans l'obscurité et se tenir prêt à en découdre.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows.
Ah, elle nous ressemble un peu là, non?
You're quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils.
Sympa le
stunned
petit
for a
détail
brief
du sang
moment.
sur la lame.
See, I told you.
Putain, dégueulasse.
We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now. Her gleaming eyes watch you from the shadows, unblinking. There's fear in them now, but it is a fear wreathed in fury. And beneath it all lurks something far more primal. Hunger. Yes, she knows your strength now, and she wishes to devour it. How? I'd like to see her try.
Exactement, mon pote.
The princess lunges with even more ferocity than before. Both voices were right. Within that ferocity there is the clumsiness of doubt, a chaotic dance between impulse and restraint. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange throws in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury...
Au fond de cette tanière, vos sens sont exacerbés. Chacune de vos plaies vous donne la sensation de vous faire dévorer par une nuée d'insectes. Mais chacune de vos estocades vous conforte dans l'idée que la victoire est à votre portée. On est en train de se la faire, hein, tranquillou.
Yet, for all the wounds you've managed to inflict upon her, you remain at a stalemate. And then you start to lose ground. While your body slows, hers...
Putain, il fait chier, passe les dialogues. Vos mouvements ralentissent tandis que les siens se font plus rapides. Ses blessures se referment à mesure qu'elle labe votre sang, la gueule dégoulinante, comme si vous étiez sa proie. Bah, c'est ce qu'on est.
So she really
Putain, la
can
saloperie.
devour our strength. Can we do something like that? All these wounds are starting to add up.
Pour essayer de la bouffer.
Nah, screw that. We're not stooping to her level. We'll just have to give this our all, end it in one final hit.
Faut attaquer les yeux, elle a les mêmes pattes que
We
nous.
die if we do that. We have to make ourselves like her. We have to embrace instinct. She shifts towards you, her bloody grin shining in the dark. And then you see it. Your opening. Take it. Put her down like the mindless beast she is.
Profitez de l'opportunité pour la frapper en plein cœur. Écoutez votre instinct. Ah, ça peut être intéressant. Écoutez votre instinct. Ah merde, je suis
You
là là.
hurl yourself towards the princess's body, carving into her not with steel, but instead with tooth and claw. You are a blur of bloodied things that tear and rend.
Là, ça va être un combat, on va se déchirer la gueule.
Yes, we are not prey. We are more. The princess howls in fear and outrage as you peel away a chunk of her flesh. But as the bloody meat slides down your throat, you feel invigorated, Your wounds burn less. You feel
La douleur lancinante de vos blessures s'apaise, vous avez l'impression que vos mouvements s'accélèrent et que votre temps de réaction diminue.
again. The more we take of her, the less she will be able to take of us. There is no time to rest if you're to do this right. She tries to bat you away with her massive paw, but as it smashes into your ribs, you clamp your teeth around the limb. You give her no time to react before snapping it from its joint.
Putain, on va se régaler, hein.
The princess pulls back in pained shock as you crunch through bone, devouring the arm that was part of her. It's part of you now. Your wounds heal. That's disgusting. I don't want to do that.
Pas grave.
You were the one who asked if we could do this, and if it means we win, well, we have to win. Victory demands we do whatever. I didn't think it would be so dehumanizing.
T'en pas les couilles.
But we feel bigger than her now, don't we? The feeling doesn't linger. As you choke down the last of her severed arm, she lunges, taking advantage of the distraction. In a frenzied flash of blood and feathers, she rips into your side, swallowing another piece of you. Weakness returns. Her arm starts to mend itself, fresh claws sprouting from developing flesh. We can't be small again. We have to take more. We have to take it now. You descend upon her again, jaws gnashing, desperate to regain your power. You both lose yourself in the rhythm of the feast. You devouring her, and she devouring you, mending and bleeding and consuming in an endless cycle, on and on. Come on, just one more bite, then we'll have her right where we want her. Am I really the only one who's not on board with this? I'm gonna be sick. The more you consume, the more the lines that differentiate you and her begin to blur, the flesh of your bodies twisting into warped reflections of what you swallow. You have to snap out of this. You can't destroy her if you lose sight of yourself. We are the predator now. There is nothing to do but embrace our true nature. But words fade into hollow vibrations as you and she continue to tear at each other in the darkness. There are no beginnings. There are no endings. There are no moments of calm.
Après, il viendra me dire encore que c'est une princesse, l'autre.
Did you say no endings?
Mais il ne vous répond pas, il a disparu. Tiens, tiens.
But how are we supposed to know if we won? We have won. We'll never die so long as we keep eating. We can be forever.
Mais vous vous retrouvez séparés de la princesse avant que l'éternité n'ait lieu. Vos chairs s'arrachent brutalement à l'endroit où elles étaient jointes. Vous croisez le regard de la princesse, une nouvelle émotion y est apparue, la honte. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait ? Semble-t-elle vous demander. Ah, dinguerie. Et la rebelote, c'est ça, hein. Comme d'hab. Hein. Mais vous n'avez pas l'occasion de répondre, quelque chose s'est emparé d'elle et une autre a pris sa place. Ok. L'appétit vient en mangeant. Sympa le succès. Est-ce qu'on devrait essayer de la chercher? Encore ce miroir, pourquoi ici? Pourquoi maintenant? Ah, ça touche le miroir, je t'en supplie, ne fais pas ça, ok. Ignorer. Est-ce que ça va changer notre gueule? Vous approchez du miroir. Voix se font de plus en plus distantes à mesure que vous approchez du miroir. Contemplez votre reflet. Tendez la main dans un silence absolu, les voix sont parties, mais le miroir est toujours là. Il est temps que vous découvriez ce qui s'y cache. Comme d'habitude, c'est la même chose. C'est vous. C'est moi. Vous trouvez seul dans un espace complètement vide. Il n'y a pas un bruit ici. Avancez vers le chalet. Et salut à toi. Vous êtes au chalet. L'approchez. Oh.
Something finds me in the...
Bon, comme d'hab, vous connaissez l'histoire.
Nothing, as we are. But I know there is no exit. Bring me more
perspective.
She asks that I tell you to remember. You won't.
Ok. Ah, c'était sympa ces fins là. Hein. Bon, elle m'a bien fait chier dessus la gourgandine, comme on pourrait dire, pour être poli. Enfin, pour être semi-poli, hein, si on peut dire. Une âme affamée. Ok.
You're on a path in the woods.
Ok.
And at the end of that path,
Tais-toi. Tu te tais. Hop, ok, on est bon. Bon, c'était des phases sympas, là. On est encore sur de la sauvagerie, hein, tout simplement. Quoique, non, peut-être pas la première, là. La nature sauvage, dans tous les cas, elle avait quand même toujours ce côté un peu... comment on pourrait dire ça, ce petit côté un peu vénère. En même temps, on a essayé de la planter. Je pense vraiment qu'il y a énormément de fins où elle n'est pas contente et qu'il y en a très peu où ça se passe plutôt bien. J'imagine que plus on va avancer, parce que là, comme j'ai dit, il ne nous reste pas grand-chose au final comme fin à faire. Il va rester 2 vidéos à peu près, parce que je fais 2 fins par vidéo. Je pense que le mec les a classés et qu'à mon avis, vers la fin, ça va peut-être plus ou moins bien se passer. Ou alors, ça se passe jamais bien, j'en sais rien. Mais donc voilà, donc j'ai bien retenu pour les sauvegardes, etc. Mais comme j'ai dit, à mon avis, je pense qu'on fera tout ça. Je sais pas, peut-être que je les ferai en vidéo, mais je pense pas. Enfin, si je les fais en live, elles finiront en vidéo. Hein, je laisserai, enfin, je ferai des rediffs hein, pour toutes les fins, etc. Pour avoir le 100% du jeu. Mais en vidéo, je suis pas encore sûr. Donc voilà. C'était des bonnes fins, je me suis un peu chié dessus, c'était pas mal, j'ai bien kiffé. Donc voilà, j'espère que vous avez aimé la vidéo les amis. Je vous invite à liker, à vous abonner et à commenter parce que ça fait zizir comme disait Diams. Et puis, des bisous, on se retrouve pour la suite et pour de nouveaux jeux. Le prochain jeu est Hello Charlotte, bien sûr la suite de Phoenix Wright. Et on retournera sur The Coffin pour faire la seconde route. Et puis voilà, des bisous l'équipe, à plus tard.